Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to the formula. You are the good one. The one everyone calls when they need something. You don't like conflict. So you say yes, even when everything inside you wants to say no. You keep the peace. You show up. You give and give. But deep inside of you, you are exhausted. You smile for people, but inside you feel invisible. And the moment you try to step back, guilt hits you immediately. So you tell yourself, be patient. Your reward is with Allah. But listen, I want to ask you something today. Does Islam really expect you to suffer just to keep people comfortable? Today, on the formula, setting boundaries without guilt. Some people are soft hearted. They feel deeply, they care deeply, they go out of their way for others, even when it costs them their peace. They are not fake, they are sincere. But sincerity without boundaries leads to silent exhaustion. They struggle to say no because no feels like rejection. And the moment they say it, guilt starts whispering, you are being selfish. You are not a good Muslim. What will people think? So they go back to saying yes again and again until they feel drained, overwhelmed, and quietly resentful toward the very people they love. Here's what becomes dangerous. That resentment doesn't stay hidden forever. It leaks into your salah, your sleep, your relationship, your sense of who you are. But listen carefully. Islam does not ask you to break yourself to serve others. There is balance. There is wisdom. Allowing yourself to be continuously drained under the guise of patience is not subtle. It is a misreading of the deen. There is something we must address directly because many people have experienced it. You try to create distance from a relationship that is draining you, and immediately someone invokes the deen. You are cutting ties. That is haram. And the guilt rush back in. But here is what that framing misses and what Islam does not miss. Every action is judged by its intention. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, actions are only by intentions, and every person will have only what they intended. So ask yourself honestly, what is your intention in creating this boundary? Is it revenge? Is it punishment? Or is it protection of your peace, your health, your ability to function and worship Allah? If your intention is not to serve, but to survive, that is not cutting ties. That is wisdom. And now turn the same question around. What is the intention of the person using your deen against you? If someone is invoking family ties not to restore the relationship, but to maintain control, access, or the ability to keep hurting you, then they are not protecting the deen. They are weaponizing it. Allah knows the difference. And on the day of judgment, intentions are what will be weighed, not appearance. The formula: three theological anchors for boundaries to help you set boundaries without guilt. Anchor 1: your body, time, and mind are an amana, a trust. Allah entrusted you with yourself, your mental health, your energy, your capacity. Allowing them to be depleted without limit is not generosity. It is a neglect of what Allah gave you. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, your body has a right over you. That right does not disappear when someone needs something from you. It never does. Anchor 2: you are not responsible for others people's reaction. Guilt comes from a false belief that being a good person means being constantly available. It does not. You are responsible for setting your boundary with sincerity and good adab. You are not responsible for how someone chooses to receive it. Their disappointment is not your sin. Their anger is not evidence that you did something wrong. Anchor 3. A boundary is not cutting ties, it is protecting them. Setting boundary is not rejection, it is not cruelty. A boundary says, I care about this relationship enough to protect it from being destroyed by dysfunctions. You can still love someone, make dua for them, and wish them well, while limiting how much access they have to your peace. That is not selfishness, that is wisdom. Allah says in the Quran, Allah does not burden a soul beyond what it can bear. If Allah, who knows you completely, does not overburden you, why are you overburdening yourself for people who don't even know your full story? And he says, and those who, when they spend, are neither wasteful nor stingy, but balance between the two. This ayah is about weight, but the principle extends to everything you give: your time, your energy, your emotional capacity. Even in giving, Allah calls for balance. The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam commanded us to seek permission before entering another space. Allah enriched it in the Quran itself. He took regular rest. He distributed his time between his Lord, his family, and himself. He told his companions, your Lord has a right over you. Your body has a right over you. Your family has a right over you. Balance was not an afterthought in his life, it was a practice. Setting boundaries is not selfish, it is stewardship of the trust Allah placed in you. You can be kind and still say no. You can love deeply and still protect your peace. You can care without carrying everyone. And here is what I want to leave with you. Your kindness is more valuable when it comes from a full place. When you protect your energy, you are not giving less. You are making sure that what you give is real, sustainable, and comes from a genuine love rather than exhaustion and fear. That is not compromise of your deen. That is the deen working the way it was always meant to. That is the formula. Assalamu alaikum.